when you look at these things, get very, very imaginative. So you're going to be imaginative with me here. Yeah. And just just put on that thinking cap, and uh, just follow me. Mm? So let's go. Yeah. Mhm. So next slide, please. Okay, so the slide, please. Okay, yeah. So now let's look at a brief overview of modern health challenges. What are we facing as modern people? Hmm? People today face chronic stress. We underline that word chronic. You understand? Not acute, chronic, continuous stress, poor sleep. If I if I ask most people here, how good is your sleep? Some people will say, yeah, yes, I sleep. Then I ask again, how good is your sleep? By the time I'm asking you the third time, people will begin to say, you know what, when I sleep, I actually feel like I've wrestled an elephant. People begin to confess. They begin to sing like birds, Then sedentary routines, because our jobs these days, most of it is we're sitting down. Unlike before, when things were physical, you had to move from place to place. It's sedentary. People are getting obese, and as a result of that, you have to realize something. We were not created to sit in a place. We were created to move. You understand? And then, of course, nutrient deficient diets. The food we eat today is stripped of the true nutrients. Where companies are, industrialization of the food industry, the globalization of the food industry, packaging, processing has made sure that food is stripped of the real nutrients where profits are being pursued. So the body's ability as a result of this to repair, regulate, and adapt is slowly eroded as a result of the stress, the poor sleep, the sedentary routines and lifestyle, and of course, the nutrient deficient diets. The result is a global rise in fatigue. So we have so many people that are tired. The easiest word to get out of people these days is I am tired. So many people are tired. They're tired of life. Their brains are not working the way it should work. Their bodies are tired. They are fed up. There's inflammation. There's widespread inflammation. There's hormonal imbalance, and there are metabolic disorders. Not just that. So you're hearing a lot of diabetes. You're hearing a lot of immune issues and and then thyroid issues. You understand? And then there are cardiovascular problems, high blood pressure all over the place. Have 10 people, 5 of them high blood pressure. Then of course there's the mental health crisis. You see, mental health mental health is a hidden thing. Of all the diseases that we suffer from as a species, as a human species, the most insidious is mental health challenges. Then, of course, this creates a population that is surviving rather than thriving. We're not thriving. As a people, we're not thriving. We are not thriving. Next slide, please. So this not thriving, it's really weighing hard, and that's at the core. That's at the core of the health challenges that we're having globally. Now, let's look at the concept of health as a hierarchy. So we start with perfect health, going down to adaptation, disadaptation, pre-disease, disease, and then sometimes, I mean, the seventh one is supposed to be death. But let's not talk about death, Let's talk about being alive. You get it? So the first one, perfect health. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, in perfect health, what is going on is that the body systems function optimally. When a new baby is born that doesn't have congenital abnormalities, everything is as it should. You understand? There's no pain. Everything is okay. The cellular energy production is high. Now that's very, 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 very important. Very, 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 very important, because inside the cell there's a structure called the mitochondria. You understand? In the construction of the cell, you have the cell wall, you have the cytoplasm, you have the nucleus, the nucleolus. Then you have all the various vesicles, the Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum. You have the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the factory of energy, where energy is. And ATP, it produces ATP. If you're a science student, if you've done science in the past, you would have heard about Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle Krebs cycle is one of the nightmares of medical students and nursing students and healthcare students in general. To know that thing is not easy. But Krebs cycle is central to energy production, and it takes place in the mitochondria. The mitochondria produces ATP, which is the energy currency of the body. So that energy is spent. You get it? The energy is spent. And if there isn't enough energy, if there is enough production of energy, there is a lot of problem. It means that the whole organism is weak. So there's also resilience. At this stage in perfect health, there's resilience to stress. The resilience to stress is strong. You are able to withstand against stress. Then an example is an athlete with high performance, good sleep, and strong immunity. Move on. Let's move on. So in adaptation, we just dealt with perfect health. Now, in perfect health, 5% of the population is healthy. The rest of us, God is helping us. So the next one is adaptation. The next one is adaptation. That the features are these. The early signs the body is compensating. Something is not right, so the body has to compensate to keep the equilibrium or the balance. You understand? There is mild fatigue, occasional headaches, stress responses. You understand? Then the body is still coping, but working harder than normal. Working harder than normal. Let's move on. The next one. Next. So the next is disadaptation. And disadaptation, the compensatory mechanisms begin to fail. Now, notice what I said. They begin to fail. These compensatory mechanisms are many. For example, some of the compensatory mechanisms have to do with blood pressure, energy production. When those things begin to fail, now notice I said begin to fail in disadaptation. So begin to see some signs. Now, you might not feel it so much, but some of those things you have reduced, it results in reduced circulation, slower healing. Please underline that reduced circulation, because circulation is very, very important. There's slower healing. Take note of that one too. Then there's increased inflammation. Then subtle symptoms become persistent. They are not obvious, but they are subtle. Something is not okay. That's this adaptation. Let's move on to the next one, which is pre-disease. Let's move on. Now, in pre-disease, laboratory or clinical signs now appear. That is when you measure the blood pressure, and you now see that it has shifted from normal subnormal or abnormal. Either it's too low or it's too high. It registers in laboratory results. You can measure and see that truly something is wrong here. Now, examples are hypertension, insulin resistance, chronic backache, sleep disorders. Those are the features. And you have to notice this, that this is a critical stage where intervention is most effective. This stage, just take note of this stage. Move on. Let's move on to disease. In disease, what happens in disease? Let's move on. Yes, there is now a clear diagnosis of a medical condition. That's why you start hearing the big names: hypertension, MLS, uh, all those big names you hear, you know, myasthenia gravis, uh, malunion, bone non-union, arthritis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, essential hypertension. You hear all sorts of names. This is where the established, the established and clear diagnosis of medical conditions. Now, organ dysfunction is evident here, and there is significant reduction in the quality of life. That is where you see someone cannot walk a long way again and is already fatigued. They call it easy fatigability. Move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah. Let's move on. So, having established that fact, I needed to establish that first fact. I need to establish this fact of the earth as a magnet. Now, the first fact under this is that the earth is a magnet. Just don't argue with it. The earth is a magnet. From your physics, the earth is a magnet. Fact 2, magnetism drives electricity. Fact 3, electricity produces magnetism. Then 4, you are electrical in nature. You are built like a battery. When we first started, I mentioned begin to imagine yourself as a battery. And fact 5, you are connected with the Earth's magnetic field with your feet. And this connecting with that magnetism from the Earth that drives electricity is called grounding. Grounding is very, very, very important. Now, how many of us remember back in the village? And we still have some of them, some of those children and the old men and women who walk around with their feet, barefoot. You do realize that those people are very, very strong. Nothing do them. Those guys can climb trees, they can run, they don't easily get sick. Sick care. They are strong, as fit as a fiddle. You understand? Let's move on. Let's move on. Next slide. Now, another idea I need to put in here is, what is frequency healing? Electromagnet, the last slide I established that the earth is a magnet and biological systems respond to magnetism. You understand? By putting your feet on the ground, you complete a circuit. Now, what is frequency healing? Electromagnetism and frequency are linked because every magnetic field in which we are in moves in a repeating wave pattern, and the speed of that repetition is what we call frequency. When a magnetic field changes, it has a rhythm, and the body reacts to that rhythm. Low frequencies reach deeper into the body and influence slow, steady processes like healing and circulation, while higher frequencies affect quicker surface level activity. The body also runs on its own natural rhythms. The heartbeat, brain waves, sleep cycles, and even cell activity all follow patterns. Because of this, when the body encounters an electromagnetic signal, it doesn't just ignore it, it adjusts, sometimes matching the rhythm, sometimes shifting its own. This is the basic idea behind PEMF therapy. using gentle controlled frequency to support the body's natural process and help restore balance. Let's move on to the next slide, please. Let's move on to the next slide. Next slide. So, the balance we're talking about here, your body knows what to do. I need you to accept that fact. Your body understands, it knows what is very, very intelligent. A lot of times we get in the way. We get in the way of the body's systems itself. And what this machine, the P90 does, is that it supplies the electricity that the body needs to do its own work and do its own healing. So PMF, pulse electromagnetic field, is a NASA-inspired solution. NASA discovered that astronauts lost strength, both density and energy in space because they were away from the Earth's natural magnetic field. To fix this, NASA developed a magnetic field technology to restore cellular function. This technology developed by NASA is known as pulse electromagnetic field therapy. The Olylife PEMF therapy 90 device is built on the same scientific principles. So let's move on. Let's go on. So, PMF stands for pulse electromagnetic field therapy because this is very important. You will need to go to do your own research. I encourage people to do their own research. Go on the internet, go on Google, go to PubMed, ResearchGate, BMC Central, and look for, just type in PMF, and you see more than 4,000 articles alone on P. So it's a well-researched article. It's a well-researched subject matter in science. NASA will not do anything that does not have solid scientific backing. You understand? They will not do that. There are over 10,000 in total of research articles and research titles tailored for PEMF. And this research has been going on since the 70s. Now, PMF uses gentle low-frequency magnetic waves to stimulate and support the body's natural healing processes. It's non-invasive, drug-free, and comfortable to use. Next, please. Next, please. So, let's talk about the principle of grounding. That's otherwise known as earthing. It is contact with the Earth's natural electrical field. Now, remember, I established with you that the Earth is a magnet. Now, you are a battery. Imagine yourself as a battery. A battery has electrolytes. For you to charge a battery, you need electrolytes. So water is changed. Distilled water is changed. You understand? And then there's the anode and the cathode. So imagine yourself, your 2 feet as the anode and cathode. And as you step on the machine, and on the earth, sorry, what happens is that you complete a circuit. Now, in our bodies, we are made of atoms. And each atom has negative charge. It has particles that have negative charge, we call electrons, and then a positive charge, we call I've forgotten the name, sorry. It escaped me tonight. But this is the main thing. The positive particles, they stay in one place. Now, the positive particles represent acidity, while the negative particles represent alkalinity. For you to be healthy, or for anyone to be healthy, and for the body to actually do its work, its self-healing and all that, restorative and reparative functions, there has to be a balance of electricity. You understand? So there has to be a balance of acidity and alkalinity. Now, most of the time, because the positive particles in our body tend to stay in place, they don't go anywhere. It is the electrons, which is the negative particles, that tend to move around. So we get discharged. We literally get discharged like batteries. You understand? And so we need to put those electrons back for there to be balance. That is why the Olylife P90 was created to do just that, to replace the negative electrons. And we already do that naturally. You understand? That is by contacting the earth, that is the grass, the mud directly, not tiles or concrete. Most of the time, we are cut off. Imagine buying a phone and you have never charged it, or you just charged it for 2 minutes every day. The phone is going to die. Yet you are using the phone to go on the internet and all that. That's analogous to what we do with our bodies. We do not connect with our source. We do not connect with the source of electricity. We don't complete circuits. And so because of this, a lot of restorative, sleep, and all those functions that are supposed to keep us healthy and strong, there isn't enough electricity and there isn't any balance for it. So what the grounding, it stabilizes the body's electric charge. It reduces. Now, once the electricity is balanced in our body, once we have completed circuits, there's a reduction in inflammation by neutralizing excess positive ions. That's that balance I'm talking about. And it encourages this encourages better sleep and stress regulation. PMS functions like advanced grounding, providing controlled, deeper cellular level electrical balance. Now, from what I have studied, our PEMF machine, that's the P90 machine, it does grounding and concentrates it 10 times higher. You understand? It concentrates by 10 times. So that is why we don't have to stand or we don't have to use the machine for the whole day. Just 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening is enough. Please, the next slide. Next slide, please. Thank you. So, where does PMF fit in the health hierarchy? Because this is a very, very important one. PMS supports cellular recovery from adaptation. The problem starts from adaptation. Between adaptation and disadaptation, cellular recovery, the stress has begun to creep in from between adaptation and disadaptation. It supports cellular recovery. Now, it also enhances microcirculation because, the microcirculation begins to collapse. It now enhances that microcirculation, and then it improves cellular energy. That's the production of the energy currency of the body, which fights fatigability. Then it also restores electrochemical balance across membranes, which is very, very, very important in diseases like cancer and diabetes. Very extremely important, because that's where the mode of action for electricity for this disease takes place. It's useful in pre-disease and disease stages to support recovery. So you have your cellular recovery between adaptation and disadaptation, enhancement of microcirculation, and of course, useful in pre-disease and disease stages to support recovery. So even though now, what I didn't mention to you here, and for people who have never heard this, you see, in the health hierarchy, you have to realize something. Nurses, doctors, the health team generally, all the best they can do for you is take you from the brink of death and then move you back to a state of pre-disease. After pre-disease, they are not trained to do anything else. That is why when you go to a traditional doctor and you try to talk about supplementation or this or that, he's looking at you. He's not trained there. He doesn't believe in it. He's trained for acute cases. Whatever happens after pre-disease is your business. That's your problem. His own is to go and save people, acute cases. After he has stabilized you, after all, nurses like me, doctors and everybody in the health team, when they've done what they are to do to stabilize the acute case, then they leave you. Now, lifestyle change. dieting, exercise, and then therapies like this is what you now need to take you back to a state of health. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's move on to the next slide. So this is where I will introduce the flagship product of Olylife, which is the Therapy 90, which has done so much good. In 1 month, I have noticed that people are in pain. You are looking at people well dressed, they are nursing one pain or the other. They are pretending things are okay until when you offer them something and you mention, oh, there is a way to handle your pain. Let me give you one secret for marketing these products. People are ready to pay anything to get out of pain. I'll repeat myself again. People are willing to pay anything. Forget all this, oh, the machine is too expensive. Oh, I have seen cases where before somebody gets on the machine, I will tell them the price. Oh, it's one point something, $1,150, and they like, no, it's too expensive. I don't have that kind of money. I don't. This man will swear. He swore that I don't have this kind of money. I don't. Please, I can't. Oh, I said don't. We said don't worry. Just go. We're not taking money for you now. This is free, Abi. Yeah, just manage it for now, even though you don't have this money. He gets on the machine, and spends 30 minutes. Gets off the machine. He has arthritis and the stiffness of his joints. And he begins to squat and say, wait, I feel better. I feel better. How much did you say it is again? He has forgotten, he has told us he doesn't have the money. How much did you say this thing is again? And right there and then he writes a check. The only time somebody will not pay for this machine is because they truly don't have the money. Yes, if a person is truly in pain, pain makes people very compliant. The military use pain to get confession out. Anybody is going to pay anything to make sure that it's not to get out of pain. Just hold that. If you don't take anything away from this meeting today, take this one away. So let me introduce the Olylife PEMF Therapy 90. This is a high intensity pulse electromagnetic field device. It is NASA grade technology adapted for therapeutic uses. It is designed to optimize cellular energy and repair the body. It is portable, safe, and non-invasive. Let's move on to the next slide. This is the picture of the Therapy 90. This is what it looks like. The size is roughly the size of a bathroom a scale. So it's something that can fit inside the backpack. Let's move on. Let's introduce the next. Let's move on. So how does it work? It emits electromagnetic pulses that penetrate the tissues. There are actually two technologies in here, PMF and terahertz. Terahertz tends to carry the PMF deeper into the tissues. It enhances ion exchange on cell membranes. Now, this is very, 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 very important. Now, notice this one. Please write this one down. It restores cell membrane potential. Cell membrane potential is very, very important. Let me explain something to you, how important cell membrane potential is. Now, see, on a healthy cell, the healthy cell has minus 60 to minus 70 microvolts. Keep that. An unhealthy cell goes as low as minus 20 microvolts. When there is no microvolts at all, is when the cell is dead. But when it goes that low, we are talking of cancer. And there are a lot of terrible things that happen when the electricity is low. Now, let's use an example of diabetes. And let me apply this particular statement, say a restoration of cell membrane potential. Now, that electricity, microvolts, is what they're talking about when you talk about cell membrane potential. Now, the thing here is that in a disease like diabetes type 2, why it works so well is because I'll explain the nature of diabetes type 2. Diabetes type 2 is caused by insulin resistance. So insulin comes, is produced by the pancreas, goes, is released. So when you eat, you know, it's broken down into sugars from the by the alimentary canal. It now enters the bloodstream and it's now supposed to be supplied to all the cells for energy. So the glucose is now supposed to enter into the cell through the cell membrane. Now, if there isn't enough cell membrane potential, it will not be able to go in, because when the insulin comes, which comes as a lock and key mechanism with the cell membrane, it comes tries to unlock the door, where a special protein called GLUT4 goes, stretches its arms to pick glucose to take and transport through the cytoplasm to the mitochondria for energy production. Now, it won't be able to do that. Those doors stay shut because insulin will not be able, it will just be bouncing off. And so the sugars, that is glucose, keeps circulating and begin to cause all sorts of damage. And then now you now have neuroinflammation and generalized inflammation. You understand? So the cell potential, if it is now increased, that the electricity is increased, there is not resistance to insulin again. That is how important this cell membrane potential is. So what this machine does is that as you sit and it restores the cell membrane potential by helping you to complete an electrical circuit. What now happens is that things like insulin resistance is now reduced, because the electricity to get the cell membrane working properly to accept and transport the glucose across the cell membrane to where it's supposed to go to be changed to ATP, which is the body's energy currency, is not there again. I mean, the electricity is now, and then you don't have that insulin resistance. Once you have taken insulin resistance off, you have practically handled diabetes, and I do not know what is more exciting than that. My mother died as a result of, there's no known complication of diabetes that my mother did not suffer. And so when I talk about diabetes, I'm very angry. And so because of this is a major tool against diabetes. And there are so many people who are suffering from diabetes. Let's move on. It increases oxygenation and microcirculation. Between inflammation, microcirculation, and inflammation, at least 80% of diseases, especially medical cases, are as a result of inflammation and microcirculation. So let's do an analogy. The human body as a battery. Now, I've mentioned this before. Cells store and release energy like rechargeable batteries. Stress, aging, poor sleep, toxins, and illness drain this energy. The therapy 90 recharges cells by restoring electrical balance. Results, you have better cell communication, healing, and performance in general. Let's move on. Yeah. So what are the system level benefits of the therapy 90? You have improved circulation and oxygen delivery, reduced inflammation. Please, if there's nothing you take away from here, take away this inflammation. It reduces inflammation. Most of the pathology, physiologies of most diseases involves inflammation. Once you have knocked off inflammation, you have removed the teeth of the disease, the bite of the disease. So the disease becomes a toothless bulldog. It will try to bite you, but there's no teeth again. It removes both the claws and the teeth. So it will try to bite you, but because for a disease to really bite you, inflammation of the part of it. So there's faster tissue repair. And let me interpret that. Let's say there's a fracture, a bone fracture. Instead of spending 6 months on the bed, you might just spend like a month or two. I don't know if that's except for me, that's very, very exciting. You know, Something happened to me a few weeks ago. I had an accident, and someone died in that accident. Um, it was a bike accident. The engine part of the the bike fell on my legs, as in one part of my leg, my left leg. Now, with such an impact, I'm not supposed to travel. I'm not supposed to be able to move anywhere. I'm supposed to go and be on bed rest. It was that bad. But I'm telling you, that particular day, I rushed home. I went to put my feet on the therapy 90. And guess what? Yes, the pain was still there, but it was significantly reduced. And 2 days later, I traveled and have been traveling for a whole month now. I've not been home. I just came home for the first time for a whole month, traveling, marketing this and telling people about this, giving them sessions to see that they can be better. So you have faster tissue repair. Today, the pain is gone. I'm not feeling anything again. If it were before, at least this thing should take me some 3 months before the pain finally goes. But in less than a month, it is gone. So there's nervous system calming, parasympathetic activation. Now, you see this particular nervous system calming. This is a topic on its own. And one of these days, when I'm giving the mic to talk again, I'm going to really go into the nervous system calming. There's what we call the autonomous nervous system. And you see, that is another world of diseases. A whole lot of problems are attributed to this nervous system calming. So I can't do that now. It is going to take a long time. But the parasympathetic system, nervous system, is known as the rest and digest system. Most of us are in high chronic stress. It is the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system that calms and takes away that stress, and you see that your body begins to act normally again. But I can't talk about it now. I have to move on. So there's enhanced metabolic balance, talking about things like diabetes, uh, uh, thyroid issues. There's a whole lot of diseases as a result of thyroid issues. Cardiovascular issues are tied to thyroid, like that fatigability, breathing, and all those things like that. Stress is tied to thyroid, but I can't go into this. It's a very, very wide topic. Then there is there are the 5 common debilitating conditions held by PMF. One, chronic low back pain. In fact, the company has just brought out a new product called Shaken, which targets low back pain specifically, and fat, belly fat, which is linked to diabetes and the big four. Then that improves circulation, reduces muscle spasms, enhances disc hydration. Then there's arthritis, osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis and gouty arthritis. It's as a result of reduced inflammation and supports joint mobility. Then hypertension. It enhances vascular tone by increasing the epithelial NO, that is nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is central to the balance of blood pressure. I can't go that's a whole topic, a whole set of topics again. I can't do that one. Then diabetes related complications. It by improving microcirculation, supports insulin sensitivity, and I've explained that a bit. Then, of course, stroke recovery, which is a very, very, very exciting part. We have videos of people paralyzed, man, where we put the machine was put at his feet, and in 3 months, this man is walking by himself, because it encourages neuronal regeneration. Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Nurse. We have another section, which is the business side. So please begin to draw conclusion because of our time. Our intention is not to keep people on the call for a long time. So please begin to draw conclusions as we move.
Somebody just sent a question now. So I want to answer that question. And it says research shows that people with heart issues should not use it. How true is this? Is there an age restriction to using the device? In answering the question, they actually got it wrong. What they mean to say here is somebody with a pacemaker. Because people have asked whether there are side effects. No, there is no known side effects. And this is by research. But there are precautions. And some of those precautions, one of them states that you shouldn't use a pacemaker. You understand? The pacemaker can get scrambled and then the person dies from arrhythmia. So that is what is they are saying here. Do not, but a person with cardiovascular issues can and should use PMF except they have a pacemaker. So that answers this question. And there is no age restriction to using the machine. Children can use it, the old can use it, everybody can use it. So let me finish up here. Next slide. Let me just draw a conclusion as I've been told. Yes, so it supports in preventive health, supports people in adaptation and disadaptation stages, helps maintain resilience, and of course, enhances sleep, stress tolerance, and energy, useful for wellness optimization. So there are many other products which we will introduce to you, but this is the core of the function of PEMF. And that is what is the technology, the main flagship technology that is working in all of the company's product. Here, this is where I hand over the microphone. If you allow me, I can go for 4 hours, but I'm that excited, but I have to I have to hand over the microphone so that they can come and talk about one universal illness like that is disturbing everybody in the world. So this is my mic drop moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I celebrate you. Thank you for that informative presentation. We've learned a lot tonight. Just because of our time, would have loved to allow you to go on and on and on, educating us more on this phenomenal innovation. So if you are getting value for your time tonight, please let me see some fire emoji in the chat box. Let me see some fire emoji in the chat box. You are excited with what you've heard so far. Can I see some response in the chat box? Yeah, I want to see some fire emoji. Exciting moment we have out here tonight. You all hear me? Am I audible? Yes, can I get some feedback? Thank you, Grace.
Yes, you are audible.
Jane, thank you. I want to see that fire emoji. I'm just so super elated tonight. I'm excited because what we are experiencing with Olylife is quite pulsating. It is mind-blowing. Everywhere we go with this device, people want to put their leg on the machine excitedly. You see, after 30-minute sections, people are getting back to you with positive feedback, telling you how excited they are. I was having some pain here and there, and I can feel some level of relief. Just one section. This is amazing, guys. It's amazing. Now, let's go over to the next section of the presentation so that we don't take so much time, then we can get back with questions at the end of the presentation. So this company called Olylife is currently ranked top 15. If you check your businessforhome.org on the ranking, you'll see that Olylife took the market by storm in the last 3 years, ranking number 15 among the global MLM companies in the world. So Olylife is now evolving into an AI-powered wellness tech company. We saw some level of excitement with some of the notifications we got via our phenomenal leaders. Leader Sam posted some of the things that the company is currently integrating into the back end. And we could see that this company is futuristic. This company has the interest of staying in the market for a very long period of time. So look at these numbers. One thing that I'm very sure you can never go wrong with is numbers. Numbers do not lie. In the last couple of years, as we speak, the monthly revenue of this company is sitting at about $83 million every month. And I'm sure by the time a new statistics is taken, this company would have exceeded these numbers, because it's the logistic department for some of us that are shipping in this product into the country. The logistic department is currently overwhelmed. The order is crazy. In fact, we could tell that the the influx of order, most importantly, immediately after the shaky massager was introduced, it blew the mind. It is taking the market by storm. As we speak, over 217 individuals across the globe have earned a minimum of $5 million each. Well over 100,000 units of the Galaxy G1 eye massager has been sold out, currently shipping to about 152 nations. Guys, there's a lot of competition in the market as we speak. I need to mention this number so that you know where your loyalty belongs. You are going to read a lot of articles because of the buzz that is currently going on around the globe. So many unscrupulous elements are going to start publishing things that will demoralize you. Yes, but verify the source of every information that you lay your hands on before you digest it. Do your due diligence and make sure you are with the right company. I'll also quickly say, if you go to the internet on Alibaba, or you'll see so many other fake of this device published out there, sold at a very ridiculous amount. Please do not fall prey of all these devices. Folks who are falling victim, they bought those devices, they did not end up with a good experience. So make sure you are ordering for the exact one from this company that has the Olylife logo on it. And we are getting some level of feedback. That is why I need to echo some of these statements. Certifications, international certifications have been obtained by the company. You talk about the GSG, FDA cleared, you talk about IPMS, and so on and so forth. Halal is also on this for you to penetrate Islamic nations. Guys, we have something very, very unique here. Now let's talk about the compensation plan. We have 6 ways the company is going to pay you if you decide to share this information with people. If you decide to let people know that this phenomenal and revolutionary opportunity is now penetrating Africa, you stand to benefit in 6 different ways. Let's talk about this. There is no joining fee. I've been around this industry for a couple of years. I can tell you that this is quite pulsating. It is phenomenal, incredible. Compensation plan that is second to none in the industry. Now, no joining fee, no subscription amount required for you to become a member or an affiliate. You purchase the machine once, and then you have an active account forever. Active forever after one-time purchase. Have you ever heard that before? No monthly reordering, no compulsory monthly auto ship, no compulsory reordering or marketing of anything. You just pick up one of the machine, and then your account is active for life. That blew my mind completely. I do my business at my own pace, at ease, no pressure from the company. International team. We've signed up people, someone in Qatar, we've signed up somebody in Cameroon just yesterday, signed up somebody in the UK, right from the comfort zone. You can do your business internationally. There's income potential for passive income potential right in this business. So you are at the right time. This company, Olylife, took the international market by storm. Well over 200,000 happy users. As we speak, we have over 200,000 happy users. Guys, that is phenomenal. Let's talk about how to make money. How to make money. The number one way is what we call team bonus. There are 6 different ways this company has put aside to compensate you, reward you handsomely for your effort just by sharing this information with family and friends. You get rewarded handsomely. How do you become a member? First of all, you need to buy at least one of the machines. Let's use our flagship product, which is Therapy 90 as a case study. It's either you are buying one of the machine, or you are buying two machines, you're buying three machines, rather 1, 2, or 6. That's the three ways you can come in. It's either you get one machine, 2, or 6, or any of our product, because we have so many other products, the Galaxy G1, we have the A9 Bama Air, we have the shaking massager, we have the Skyline pad, so many products you can promote in this company to make money. So it could be the Therapy 90 machine or any of our devices worth $1,000. That's the entry level. Number two, you buy product worth $2,000 or product worth $6,000. When you do that, you are in the business. The first way you start earning, this is for a category of individuals who say, I love the business, I love the machine, but I don't like MLM. I don't like referral. Anything, bring one, bring two, bring three. I'm not interested. I'm only interested in your machine. I'm interested in the product for personal use. But guys, let me blow your mind. These companies say, whether you are promoting this business or not, the very moment you buy one of the product worth $1,000, you have done two things. Number one, you have access to the device. Number two, you have indirectly made an investment. The company is going to pay you a return of 300% for buying one of the device. And how is that calculated? The person who introduced you to the system is pushing the business, going all in, all out, all the way, talking to people about this device, building a massive team. Anytime your sponsor or your upline earns an income in the system, the company says you are entitled to 5%. Have you ever heard that before? The first time I heard this, it blew my mind, because in my 19 years plus in this industry, I've never heard where you earn from the person who is introducing you to a business. You only earn from the effort of those you personally bring into the system. But this is like the company flipping to the other side of the coin. We are turning the table upside down here. The company is saying, with or without you introducing anybody to the system, as long as your sponsor or upline, as the case may be, is actively pushing the business, 5% of whatever your uplines earn, it trickles down to you, it's paid to you. And you are going to earn this income cumulatively until you max out 300%. That means you bought the machine for $1,000. You'll be earning this income continuously until you earn a total of $3,000. That is 300%. And look at the way it's calculated. Mind-blowing. Your upline earns maybe $10,000. Your team lead, your sponsor earns $10,000. The company is saying you are going to be entitled to 5%, which is $500. The first two accounts directly on that active upline takes home $500 each, 5% of the $10,000. Then it trickles down to the next two, 5% of the $500, which is $25 each. It trickles to the next person. It goes on and on and on and on, trickling down until it's zero. It narrows down to zero. That is how we keep earning from the effort of our uplines until you max out 300%. So if you join with $1,000 or one machine, you earn $3,000 maximum from the team bonus. Number two, if you came in with $2,000 worth of product, you max out $6,000. If you join with 6 machines on any of our product worth $6,000, you earn team bonus continuously until you max out $18,000. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, right? One of the team member, my partner in the business, logged into his account, and then he earned some team bonus. He reached out excitedly to me and said, where is this money coming from? I just logged into my back end and I'm seeing money. I didn't introduce anybody. I said, that is why Olylife is very sweet, because you earn from the effort of your upline. Move to number 2. The second category of individuals who join the business are multi-level marketers. Those who understand numbers. They know that if I do these numbers, this is what I stand to get. So this is a hybrid system. The company combines unilevel and binary structure together. So I call it a hybrid system. The first thing you need to know is that one machine in this system is equivalent to 750 PV, point value. And the system uses this point value to calculate the commissions within the ecosystem. And what that means is that for every individual you personally bring in that picks up one of the machine, the company pays you $75, which is 10% of the point value. So you are earning $75 each time a customer picks up one of the machines through you. You earn $75. Phenomenal, right? And remember, I also said that the company operates with a hybrid system, meaning it's unilevel. There is no restriction to the number of individuals you can actually introduce to the system directly using your member ID. The company allows you to do the numbers, limitless. Each time a client picks up one of the machine, you get $75. Let me blow your mind. This income is paid every day. Every 24 hours, you log into your back end and you see that the money is already paid. As long as there's activity in the system the previous day, you wake up the next day, you see that your income is in already. And that's what we call the fast start bonus. This is just money for you to test the waters, money for you to make some phone calls, let me show you where the big money starts. It starts from the third way, which we call the tier bonus. I recently started something in my team, in my group. I started posting withdrawals. And every single day, you can see the level of excitement. Somebody cashing out $1 million, somebody cashing out 800K. You wake up in the morning and that person has cashed out a tier bonus, 450, 600K. These are the kind of income that people earn in 6 months, in 8 months, in 1 year as salary. That's the kind of money that people make on this platform every single day. What does the tier bonus imply? Like my upline from Ghana, Mr. Cornelius, said this is what we call bagam. This one comes into your system, it's like bulk money coming into your back end, and you can use it to do so many things. The system says for the binary structure, each time you have a client or a customer on the left team and the right team, which activates the binary system, you have also unlocked the tier bonus. Guys, let me blow your mind. You bring in only 2 customers to buy the machine. The company is saying you earn a referral of $75 on each of them. That's a total of what? $150, right? In addition to that, the company pays you a tier bonus of $375. That means only 2 clients will pay you a total of $525. Now you see why some of us are super excited. We are fired up and elated to push this business. For bringing in just 2 customers that buys the machine, the company says you are entitled to a total of $575. What if I bring in 4? I already got back the money for my machine, and your machine is free. That's the meaning. You have broken even. You have free machine. The money invested in the system is back to your pocket, and you are enjoying the device. Let me also blow your mind. This company says the tier bonus is paid to infinity level. There is no level cap with this bonus. No level cap with this bonus. What that means is if Mr. A is able to bring in the next person, level 2, Mr. A brought in 1 person. Mr. B also brought in 1 person. The company said you are entitled to another $375. Level 2. You move to level 3. One person appears either by sponsoring or by spillover. The company says as long as there is 1 customer in a new level, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, you earn another $375. No limit. Earning $375 every time a new client or a new customer join your business left and right. $375. You move to level 4, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, $375. You move to level 5, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, $375 to infinity generation. By the time you get to 100 generations deep, you would have earned a total of $37,500. If you are 1,000 generations deep, you have unlocked $375,000. Guys, let me blow your mind. The way this business is spreading like Wi-Fi, I assure you, it's just a matter of time. Make sure you start. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Start. Get yourself plugged in. Get your first 2. Excitedly, earn the first tier bonus, $375. If you are in Nigeria, this income is well over 500,000 naira, $500,000 naira. And that is remarkable. For getting just 2 customers to buy the device, you earn that much. That is phenomenal. Let's move to number 4 to begin to draw conclusion. So number 4 way the company pays us is the group sales bonus. If you understand this one, you will break the brick wall, because this is where the power of leverage comes in. The very day I understood what leverage was, I knew that the way to create financial freedom one of the easiest way to create wealth is to leverage. You leverage on people's intellect, you leverage on people's time, resources, and energy. You also leverage on people's effort. And what this implies is that the bulk money in this system comes in with a group sales bonus. This is how it works. On level 1, you've earned your tier bonus and referral. On level 2, you've earned your tier bonus. On level 3, you've earned your tier bonus. But the system says from level 4, apart from your tier bonus, you start earning your binary bonuses. And that makes a lot of sense for me. Because for every match, let me break it down. If you join with one machine, your income cap here, your daily cap limit is $1,000. Meaning, potentially, you can earn $1,000 from binary every single day. Imagine that coming in consistently. That means in a month, you've placed yourself on a monthly income of $30,000. There's no country you find yourself in Africa or any part of the world where $30,000 is a small amount of money, is a lot of money. So, number 2, if you are in with 2 machines, you join with 2 machines, your daily income cap from the binary is $2,000. If you join with 6 machines, it's $7,000, meaning potentially you can earn up to $210,000 monthly from the binary alone. This is how it works again. One machine, if you calculate the point value, 750 PV on each of the machine, you are paid 11% of 750 PV, which implies that if you convert that to dollar, that's about $82.5. Each time there is a match left and right, you earn $82.5. Remember, the binary starts from level 4. Look at the system. Look at this conceptual view. From level 4, the first step here, left and right. The first customer, left and right, you earn your tier bonus, but you see every other boxes here, you see that you have the BBBBB, that's the binary. Then you match one on the left, one on the right, $82. One on the left, one on the right, $82. The remarkable part about this compensation plan is that the binary is also paid to infinity generation. Binary is paid to infinity generation. No wonder the aunt from Ivory Coast, when he came to Ibadan, when I had a very big meeting in Ibadan, 30th of November, he said he has cashed out over $2 million from this system in 2 years. And that blew my mind completely. And then I began to study the compensation plan more and realize that there is so much money here. So much money here. So that's the way, if you are on 2 machines, you are going to be earning this binary commission. It's about $90, which is 12% of the point value. If you join with 6 machines, your binary will be 13%, which is about $97.5. And the daily cap limit is about $7,000 on the 6 machine. The good news here is that you can start with 1. Just start with 1 machine. As you grow your team, expand your organization, begin to grow, you can decide to upgrade. You upgrade to 2 machines and also upgrade to 3 machines to get your daily income cap increase. Let's move to second to the last way the company pays. It's called the global pool bonus. This one is what I title the icing on the cake. This is the icing on the cake. What this implies is that the company has ranking, and then 5% of the company's annual revenue is shared among qualified members. So if you're able to hit any of the company's rank, you start earning as a shareholder. So every year, this one is paid annually. All other commissions are paid out daily, but the global pool bonus is paid yearly. It's because you are now a shareholder. How do you get recognized? In the company, we have 7 ranking. Number 1, we call the M1 or star 1. If you want to qualify as an M1, you need a total of 14 machines left and right. It could be spillover. It could be personal sponsorship. So it doesn't matter. This is the first time I'm seeing a system that pays you with spillover, that allows you to rank with spillover, that allows you to earn all the commissions with spillover. It's mind-blowing. Very, very mind-blowing. Incredible. So 14 on the left, 14 on the right, M1. 134 left and right, M2. 667 machines left and right, M3. Okay? And then 1,334 machines left and right, M4. So as an M1 is 1 share, M2 is 2 shares, M3, 4 shares, M4, 10 shares, M5, 20 shares. If you get to M6, 40 shares. And then M7 is 60 shares. So to maintain your global pool eligibility, you only need one direct recruit per year. When I saw this one, I said, wow, this company is magnanimous, quite pulsating, interesting compensation plan. Only one person the whole year? It means that the moment you qualify, you are eligible for life, because getting one person is not an uphill task. It's a walkover for me. So let's talk about the last way, which we call the coaching bonus. The last one is called the coaching bonus. Coaching bonus is paid up to the sixth generation. If your leadership skill is able to build a massive organization, it implies that you'll be handsomely rewarded. The company says for everyone that falls in your first level, each time they earn an income on the binary, you are entitled to 10%. On level 2 to level 6 is 5%. I introduced Danny. Danny is in my level 1. He earns $10,000 as binary. 10% of that, which is $1,000, paid to me. Oli is in my level 2. Oli was recruited by Danny. If Oli earns an income, let's say she earns $3,000, 5% is paid to me. It's my coaching bonus. It goes on and on to the sixth generation. Now, this is the clause. If you join with one machine, you are going to earn this to the third generation. If you join with 2 machines, you're going to earn to the 5th generation. And then if you join with a 6th machine, you will earn to the 6th generation. This is the only bonus without daily cap limit, meaning you can make $100,000 with this income. With this bonus alone, with the coaching bonus, you can earn $100,000 a day, $200,000 a day. Just build a massive team, because the company says it's a uni-level structure. You build with uni-level, you place on the binary, you earn the tier bonuses, you earn the binary, and the coaching bonus, and the global pool bonus. So because of time, this is the much we can take tonight. I'm so excited because in the last couple of months, 2 months, people are already imagining millionaires in our business. Even in Nigeria, where the business is just about 3 months old, excitement everywhere. People are getting on the machines, getting excited, getting phenomenal testimonies. And at the same time, every single day, somebody is cashing out dollars. Best form of bulletproof, the best way to fight inflation in any country is to earn in hard currencies. I assure you, if you're earning in hard currencies, living a lifestyle of freedom is actually the order of the day for you. So thank you so much, guys, taking much of your time. It was supposed to be just an hour Zoom, but we have exceeded with about 15 minutes. I'm going to pause the recording here right now. Then we take some questions. And I can also see so many phenomenal leaders on the call tonight. At some point, we got to about 60 on the call. That is exciting. And we are on these calls every single day, Monday to Friday. This is organized by our leader, Mr. Cornelius from Ghana. He's the host of this particular meeting, Mondays to Fridays. And then on Saturday is the official meetings. So from Monday to Friday, if you're in Nigeria, it's 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Ghana time is 8 p.m. So you can use the time difference for any country you're connecting from. So Monday to Friday, the strategy we are using to build this business is called IPD. IPD. I is for invitation, the P is for presentation, and D for decision. So it's all about invitation, presentation, decision. Make up your mind to get on board our Zoom meetings or our Zoom calls every single day, at least five clients. Make sure at least 5 of your prospects are on the call. We do the presentation on your behalf, and then everyone is allowed to take decision. That is how to grow the business, because it's now a global village. So I'm going to give room for 1 or 2 contributions from some of the phenomenal leaders I can see on the call tonight. I see Grow Smart Africa, Dr. Nono. I'm excited to see you on the call. I see so many other leaders. I don't know if Mr. Cornelius is able to speak now. I know you're at the airport trying to get your flight out of Nigeria, but let me know if you're able to say something to us tonight. Are you on the call, sir? Right. want to give 1 minute to another phenomenal leader that clocked M1 recently, Madam Uju, all the way from the UK. I want you to say something. Why are you so excited about this? You were in Ibadan event, and I could see the level of excitement and passion you have for this business. Kindly share with us in 1 minute why you are in this business. Madam Uju, unlock your microphone and share with us, please. She on the call. All right. Nunu, I want you to say something in 1 minute so we begin to draw conclusions. And while we are trying to get some leaders on board, if you have questions, you need clarification, Nurse Edwin did justice to the product section. Please raise up your digital hand so that we give you room for you to also ask your question. Dr. Nunu, why are you so excited tonight? I could see that excitement all over your face.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate this. The presentation was superb, starting from Nurse Edwin and you yourself. Don't worry, we enjoyed every single moment of it. It was super, super powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's any time you had prayed this year for a miracle, the miracle starts right now. Olylife has been a blessing to me and my family. We were just talking about our previous business and how there wasn't much of a structure, and yet one had to work seriously. Here we have a structure, we have a plan, we have fantastic gadgets, and people love gadgets. And we have gadgets that work with technologies that are backed by science, and research. I mean, this is it. This is it. And the products are working. The compensation plan is also working. In the last few weeks, people have cashed out ₦1 million plus, 700,000, 2 million. In fact, this evening, someone from one of our teams, she might be on the call right now, cashed out about 1.5. Imagine cashing that out for Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, you can cash more than this out in January, where people say that January is a tough time. It's all about what you do right now during the season where people gather, during the season where people share love, people share gifts. This is the time to begin to pave your way to how beautiful your 2026 can be. So I rest my case down and you make a decision and start ASAP. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nunu. I'm always excited to see you on the call. Thank you for that input. All right, so we are going to be drawing the curtain here.
Mine is a request. Yes, mine is a request. Can we have the recordings for better assimilation of the lectures of this night? So amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll ensure that is done immediately after this call. In all our platforms on WhatsApp, I'll share the recording. Thank you, sir.
Okay. God bless you.
Okay, so I've checked on the chat and all the participants here. I can't see any digital hand raised, which means we all got value for our time and we got fed. So let's take this business to the moon. Let's go M7. Let's go M7. So before we end the call, I want everybody on the call, please unmute your mic and let's say our slogan. We all know our slogan,
Hello,
one team.
Sorry, I don't know if you attended to this question real quick. Somebody was asking, will the tier bonus be more if someone joins with, say, $2,000? I don't know if you attended to it. Sorry.
Okay, yes, of course. If you are building a team of 2 machines or 6 machines, of course, the tier bonus is more. Let me quickly share my slide once again and show you what that translates to. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. All right, so look at it here. If you are building with 2 machines, encouraging everyone in your team to do the same, you tier bonus is going to be $750. Because that's 50% of the point value. If you're also on the 6 machine, this is for premium. Everybody coming on board your team is picking up 6 machines. You are building your team, your organization with the 6 machine. You are earning $2,250 as your tier bonus. 50% of the point value. I believe that is clear. Amazing.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to add to what you have said. You've done so well. You know, just from this slide too, they said if the person you made, 2 people you made tier bonuses from, right? You made the 375 from them, and they upgrade to the 2K package. You still make the other complete 375 tier bonus from the 2 of them because they upgraded to the 2K package. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. So let's quickly say our slogan. We've taken
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
already.
Just a
So
quick one,
much
sir.
time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go on, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Mr. Jeffrey. Just a quick question. Sorry, I came in too late. I saw on the platform that there was a chat that this machine research is showing that the people should not use it. I don't know if you dealt with that also.
Yes, we have dealt with that. Those
Hello?
with Peacemaker are allowed to stay off the machine. Metallic implant, Peacemaker, artificial organs, those are the few exceptions that we have. There is a special device for those category of individuals. A special device, we call it the Vitality One.
Okay.
Yes, so we recommend the Vitality One instead of the P90.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, sir. All right, so our slogan is one team, one dream, one world, Olylife, Nigeria, #1. So mute your mic, all the participants on the call tonight, unmute your microphone, and let's say that together excitedly. Olylife, one team, one dream, one world, Olylife, Nigeria, #1. Let's take it again. Olylife, one team, one dream, one world, Olylife, Nigeria, #1. Yes, #1. Good night, everyone.
Good night.